How was your guys' weekend?
Great.
Good. Did you guys do anything fun?
I redecorated my room.
I can see you have some maps up. That's new. Nice. I'm a fan of maps myself. Hello.
Hi.
We got some more people joining us this week. All right. So, have you guys been on the website yet today? Do you know what we're talking about?
Trees.
Trees. Yep, we're going to talk about trees today. Does that sound interesting or boring to you guys?
It sounds interesting to me.
Sounds interesting? CJ saying,
Because I really like nature and learning about that kind of stuff.
you like nature?
Mm-hmm.
Me too. Very cool. Yep. Hi, Kaden. All right. Got a decent group today. Yep, so today we're going to be talking about trees. We're going to kind of go over different types of trees and different types of forests. We're going to talk about trees that you might see in Nebraska, might be out in your yard. Then we're going to talk about conservation and kind of what that looks like in relation to trees and forests, things like that. Great. We're going to get started. I'm going to share my screen. All right. Okay. 1 second. All right, trees, here we go. So today, like I said, we're going to discuss types of trees, types of forests, what trees do for our planet, and what kind of trees you might find around you. Okay, so we have two types of trees. We have deciduous, so broadleaf trees that change color in the fall and lose their leaves in the winter. Deciduous trees are going to be most of the trees that you find in Nebraska. And then we have coniferous trees. Coniferous are evergreen trees, or trees that are always green with needle-like leaves. So even in wintertime, they do not lose their leaves. They stay green all year round. And this is the kind of tree that grows closer to me in Colorado. We have a lot of coniferous, a lot of pine trees. So there are some pine trees for you, coniferous. All right, types of forests. There are two types of trees, right? Deciduous and coniferous, but there are three types of forests that kind of combine those three trees. The first is a rainforest. Okay, where are some places that we might find a rainforest? Where might we find a rainforest on Earth? What do you guys think? There's a place in South America, starts with an A.
Africa?
There are rainforests in Africa. The Congo is a really big rainforest. Good job. The one I'm thinking of is also the name of a really big river. and a company that ships us things all over the world really fast.
Amazon.
Amazon, bingo. The Amazon rainforest is one of the largest in the world. We also have rainforests in like Washington State and Oregon and Canada, or in places that are cold but get a lot of rain all year long. Those are also rainforests, so not just tropical. All right. We also, sorry, what was that?
I think there are also rainforests in Africa.
Yep, the Congo rainforest in Africa. There's also rainforests in Asia. So in Vietnam, Thailand, Cambodia, parts of China and India, there's rainforests. There's also rainforests, like we said, in America and in Europe. All right, we have temperate. So a temperate forest is a mixture of deciduous and coniferous. Okay, so rainforests are mostly deciduous, but temperate are a mixture. These are the kind of forests that you're gonna see all over North America. The ones that look like, let me turn on my pointer, ones that look like this, right? Where the trees are different colors in the fall. That's in Colorado, that's in Nebraska. If you see a forest in Nebraska, they're going to be temperate. Or in the Northwest, so like New York State and Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, Maine, they all have temperate rainforests, or temperate forests, not rainforests. And then we have boreal. So boreal are mostly coniferous or evergreens, and they are in very, very cold places. So these, where might we find a boreal forest where it's really cold? What do you guys think? These places are usually up north, pretty far, towards the North Pole or the Arctic Circle.
I think there might be some in like the cold parts of Japan.
The cold parts of Japan, yep. Hokkaido, the northern island, has boreal forests. Good job. Russia is going to have boreal forests. Norway and Sweden and Finland, Alaska, Canada, they all have boreal forests. All those places across the top of the map, the northern part of the map. All right, so these are the kinds of trees that we might see in Nebraska. So we have a maple tree. Do you guys see this in the fall sometimes, where the trees are yellow and orange and red? This is what a maple leaf looks like. Maples are really popular. They're very beautiful trees, really big. What does that kind of look like? Where have we seen this leaf before? Thinking of a country that's up north.
In Canada?
Canada.
Yeah, the Canadian flag has a maple leaf on their flag. All right, we also have a cottonwood. So these are pretty popular in Nebraska. You guys ever in the springtime or in the summer, there's like little pieces of fuzz that fly through the air and it makes you sneeze? I'm very, very allergic to these trees. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about? That's a cottonwood tree. They grow cotton on them and then it just blows through the wind and makes everyone sneeze. Yeah, are you guys allergic to those trees?
No, but where I used to live, like we went to the country fair, and there was one right like there. It was huge, and it was just falling everywhere.
Yeah. One time I went camping in Missouri with my family, and we had a camp spot right underneath a giant cottonwood tree, and I had to take Benadryl, and I was asleep the entire trip because Benadryl makes me sleepy, so I wouldn't sneeze. That is what a cottonwood leaf looks like. It kind of looks like a heart a little bit. It's kind of heart-shaped. Make sure you remember that one. Maybe see if you can go outside and find some of these leaves later. All right, we have an elm tree. So this is an elm tree. And these are elm leaves. So these are pretty standard looking leaf, but when they fall off in little clumps all together. So it's not just one big leaf, it's like a bunch of little leaves kind of together.
I think my yard has some of those.
Yeah, you think yours does? Maybe go out later and see if you can find some of these leaves in your yard. See if you can identify the tree. All right, and then we have a sycamore. And that is a sycamore leaf. So it's kind of similar to a maple leaf, but this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points to it, as opposed to a maple leaf that only has three little branches. If that makes sense. So we'll go back real quick. I want you to see the difference. So this one is bigger points, right? You got 1, 2, 3. And then this one has a little bit rounder of a shape, right? Not as sharp. Okay. What do trees do for humans? So what are some things that trees provide for humans? What do you guys think?
They provide clean oxygen.
Clean oxygen, that's a big one. What else?
And they provide paper.
Paper, yeah.
There's a lot of trees.
Mm-hmm. Good job. Anything else? What is your house made out of?
It's wood, and we can use them for firewood too.
Yeah, wood and lumber. There's one more thing. Sometimes I like to eat it. What grows on trees?
Some trees grow fruit.
Fruit?
And
Nuts?
in my yard, there's a pear tree.
Oh, cool. Yes, so they provide food, as in fruits and nuts and spices. If you like cinnamon, you are eating a tree. Cinnamon is tree bark. Fun fact. Shelter, so they provide lumber, and like Lana said, paper as well. And oxygen. Everybody take a deep breath for me. And exhale. Now say thank you, trees.
and we provide that when we exhale, we also provide what's left over, and that provides it for us for trees.
Yep, when we exhale, we give trees what they need, which is, do you know what that gas is called? What we exhale?
No, I don't remember.
It's CO2 or carbon dioxide.
Oh, carbon dioxide.
Yep, CO2. All right, we're going to talk about conservation now. So we're going to talk about clear cutting and urbanization. Do you guys know what those words mean? Clear cutting. No? How about urbanization? Should we take a guess? What does urban mean?
City.
City, good job. How about ization? What does this suffix mean, ization? That might be kind of tricky. We're doing some reading skills now, huh? Ization kind of means to make or to create. So urbanization is to make cities, to create cities. Yeah? So clear cutting is when human settlements grow and expand, they cut down trees for farming and settlement or cities. And urbanization, again, is the creation or formation of human settlement in cities. And this is dangerous for a number of reasons. So less trees equals less oxygen, right? Less trees means higher temperature. Have you guys ever gone outside and sat under the shade of a tree?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it a little bit cooler than it is in the sunlight?
Yes.
Yes. So the more trees there are, the cooler the temperature is because they provide shade. And the less trees, the less transpiration and precipitation. How familiar are you guys with the water cycle?
I almost know all of the water cycle.
Okay, so we'll talk a little bit more in detail about the water cycle, but transpiration and precipitation are really important, and trees help facilitate that. And trees also take a long time to grow and are very hard to replace. All the really big trees that you have in your yard or that grow in a forest took 30, 40, 50 years to get that big. Like a human, it takes a long time to grow them. They can live for hundreds of years, but they're hard to grow and replace once we cut them down. All right, we're going to talk about the water cycle now. So plants and trees are very important in the water cycle. So they absorb water that's in the ground and they release it through their leaves into the air, and that is called transpiration. Do you guys know about evaporation? Yeah, transpiration is just evaporation that happens from plants. And that's why rainforests have so much rain, because they create their own weather. All the water evaporates and forms a cloud right over the trees and then rains back down on the trees. And it does it over and over and over and over again. That's what a rainforest does. All right, so now we're gonna play a trivia game. Most of you guys should know how to play this. I will show you a question. Oh, I did not spell type right. That is a typo. I want you to type your answers in the chat. They will be private and only shared with me. And then whoever answers the question correctly wins the question. I will only be accepting appropriate answers, any inappropriate answers, and I'll have to kick you out of the Zoom. Okay, so just play by the rules and we will be all good. Okay, let me open chat real quick. All right, here we go. First question, are you ready? Get your fingers out. Ready to type? Get them all warmed up. What kind of tree stays green all year round? Try your best to spell it. I will not judge you if you spell it wrong, though. Lana, you're right, but can you name the type of tree? I'm looking. It starts with a C. Close. All right. It is coniferous or evergreen. So CJ, I will give that one to you. And Lana, you were pretty darn close too by saying a pine tree. A pine tree is a type of coniferous tree. But coniferous is needle trees that stay green all year long. Good job. All right, what kind of leaf is this? All right, Riona got that one right. It is a maple leaf. The maple leaf like the Canadian flag. Good job. All right, next question. Fill in the blank. deciduous trees have broad leaves that blink in the fall? What do trees do in the fall? Like that really pretty maple tree. Yep, Blake got it right. It is change colors. Good job. Although, Lana, you are also right. They fall off. They do fall off, but they like to change color first, right? Very nice. Do you guys like fall? Yeah.
It's one of my favorite holidays.
Yeah, it's one of your favorite holidays or seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Me too. I like that it cools down, and I like how pretty it is. The trees are really pretty. Okay. Another fill in the blank. Transpiration is water that evaporates from. Evaporates from what? Hint, what is our slideshow about? Yep, there you go. From plants, so trees and leaves. I will accept trees, absolutely. Transpiration is evaporation from plants. Good job. All right, what kind of leaf is this? Kind of looks like a heart. I'm looking for a specific tree. It makes me sneeze. Yep, it is a cottonwood leaf. Good job. CJ and Blake, good job. Heart-shaped leaves and lots of cotton. Makes me sneeze. All right. Yep, there they are. What is a reason that trees are cut down? We talked about two reasons. Right, I'm gonna give this one to Riona. It is so that they can build farms and cities or buildings. Yep, it's called clear cutting and urbanization. But you guys are correct. We cut them down for resources out as well, for paper, for lumber, for their fruits and all that stuff. We cut down trees for a lot of reasons. All right, was that a little bit more challenging than normal? I think you guys did a great job. I'm seeing some so-so. Yep. All right, well, that's all I have for you today. Tomorrow, I believe we are talking about paws and prints. So be ready to talk about some wild animals, but I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you guys for working hard. Bye.